to the Lock Shop with Nielsen and Hustler.
A very good Wednesday morning to you. Welcome to the Lock Shop presented by Play Alberta. Apologies for the delay here. A little bit of technical issues down at Subway Sunwapta that Dusty is at. So I will jump in alongside Huss, except Huss just went away. Where did Huss go? There's Huss. Huss is back. I was about to go, now it's going to be Trev and I doing this show. Huss, how are we doing today? You scared me there.
We're doing well. Yeah, no, for whatever reason, when it came in, it was playing. I was getting the audio twice.
Oh, we know why that was.
I would quickly jump out and jump back in. And listen, Dusty's not crushing 2 footlongs right now. We're just trying to get him set up.
Yes.
On the so he can hear us. But I'm not upset that I'm talking to you right off the bat. I was going to see if we could bring you in because I did want to get your take on the soccer game last night that I did cash a ticket on a draw on it just about 3-1, Matty.
Did you now? Well, good on you. Well, I'm also like, I'll just say this right now. Are we having technical issues or is Dusty once again trying to skirt being on with us? I'm just,
asking.
I'm just going to ask that question because it's kind of convenient that he's there, he's doing the show, but now naturally can't get the audio working. I did see one issue though, maybe that I got to see if I could quickly try to fix here. But look, it wasn't, one, I'll start by saying Tajon Buchanan looked absolutely incredible yesterday. He sounded and he looked really good. I don't know if Dusty's now going to be able to hear us. I don't know if he does. Throw a thumbs up there, Dusty. But yeah, Dusty can hear us now. So I'll quickly wrap up here, and then Dusty could come on. I think I saw what the issue was there. So Tajon Buchanan looked really good. Didn't have a lot of chances. Stopped a couple late chances from Colombia. But look, Colombia's 13th in the Worlds. That was a heavy Colombian crowd out in New Jersey. Add on the fact, look, Canada deserved a better result against Australia. That, at the very least, should have been a draw. They should have maybe not given up the goal. It was just a lapse in a judgment. Also, Schaffelberg probably could have had a goal after that one. But another very successful window, I would say. Still some question marks of who's going to be our goalie back in 2026. Unfortunately, also today, sad news for me is in the first pre-sale draw, I did not get selected for tickets. I got the email during the hangout today, so I'm a little sad. So on to the next one. But well done to Canada. Well done to them. For me, I'm happy with the draw against Colombia.
I thought we got hosed on that David goal. The offside, I guess the one guy on that play before was there. That was beautiful. It would have been nice. And I didn't think that we were going to probably win that game because of how good Colombia was. Yeah. So the heart bet was a draw and it came through. And dude, it was a great night last night. I don't know if any other lock shoppers, my parting words last night, the Oilers Leafs puck line parlay, that one came through. We also hit an Oilers Habs Ducks parlay, had the Willie Nylander goal, empty netter at the end. I mean, it was a great night for the lock shop last night. So I'm fired up to get going.
With that, Huss, as much as I love talking with you, I need to see how you and Dusty are to start this show. So I will hand things over to you and Dusty, but I will talk with you later this week, Huss.
Thanks, pal. Take it easy.
Dusty, you're now up.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Huss? We're at Subway. The Chrome browser was muted, which doesn't make any sense to me. I've never seen anything like that. So whatever. We got it.
I'm glad you showed up. I'm glad you showed up because many people, not me, were suggesting, including Iwanek, that maybe the result of the Sunday Nighter had prevented you from yesterday's show, and then it was going to carry on into today, which I said, listen, I wasn't there on the Tuesday after the Chiefs lost to the Jags, so I would never be someone to suggest that. But when many people were, I said, well, we're going to hear from Dusty, and I'm sure at some point we'll talk a little NFL and discuss that game. But there's a lot going on, and you did miss a very, very nice night in the lock shop yesterday. I was mentioning kind of a fortunate one, put a little sprinkle on Canada to draw Colombia. That was at plus 285 with the boost was like plus 300. And then the talk of the town, Stewie Skins rolls in, throws down a shutout. Oilers and Leafs puck line. That one cashed through, and we got the Habs and Ducks with the Oilers on one as well.
Did you hear what happened with EST afternoons? Gager and Hernan Salas put together a plus 1260 banger, and it hit last night. It was Austin Matthews' goal, a Kaprizov point, and one other guy had a point, and it was a huge number, and they hit it last night. They've just started doing this on EST afternoons. They've gone 2 for 3. They cashed a 9-1 a few days ago, and now just hit a 12-1. And I'm not even sure they know what they're doing. Hernan told me before I came over here to Subway, he's like, "Hey, let me know if you want Gager I to pop in on the lock shop because we're red hot right now." So that's kind of nice to see. Yeah.
Hernan, open invite for Hernan and Gager for that matter. I know Gager often is doing 2 guys with you after the show, but I would like to roll the red carpet out for Latino Heat at some point. In fact, some point, if you're not able to do it, not that I don't love talking to Maddie, maybe we go 3-way or something. It's a dream of mine to be to have Hernan in on this show, especially now that he's back with EST.
All right, you can text us anytime, 780-218-9999. It is the Lock Shop. We are live today at Subway in Sinwapta. I've already seen a few nasties roll in here. We're doing come in, any purchase, you get a free 6-inch sub today. We're going to be here until 1 o'clock today. We'll be here for the oil stream as well. Yeah, Huss, I see that face. I see classic Huss face. Free 6-inch sub with any purchase today. The Subway used to be on the other side of Stony Plain Road. It's moved over into this new development, 10170. There it is. 17170, 186th Street. 10170, 186th Street. I know a bunch of people are planning on popping by for lunch today. Huss, what's your go-to sub?
People were asking this. People were asking this in the chat. Subway all time. I mean, I think the club sub. Now they did beat those subs up over the last year or so, which I like. The Great Canadian Club, I believe it's called.
Oh, okay. You're not messing around.
I also have enjoyed the steak and cheese over the years. And
made Eric's top 3 today. Eric did a top 10 list. It was top 3.
Oh, he did a top 3. Yeah. And you know what? I got to give some love to the meatball sub. I mean, meatball subs, nice little 6-inch meatball. If you just need something for a couple hours before a more major feed, excellent. But I think for the most part, I go the Canadian Club, honey mustard, and a little bit of the sweet onion on the veggies.
The sweet onion sauce, very popular. I'm a classic pizza sub guy, meatball sub guy. None of these are going to surprise anybody. Meatball sub, pizza sub, turkey bacon. I love the turkey bacon. The chicken pizziola. Back in the day, I used to hit that all the time. The chicken on the pizza sub, that was absolutely delicious.
Ooh,
I'm trying to think what else I've hit in the past. I mean, those are the big ones for me. Oh, sweet onion chicken teriyaki. That's been,
how can I forget that one? That's definitely top 3 for me. That's how I got to love the sweet onion sauce from that so much that if I'm getting any other sub, I'll load up. I don't get a ton of veggies. I love the shredded lettuce, few onions, tomatoes. And I'm like, just give me a couple lines of the sweet onion on the veggies. Boom. Perfect.
You can't go wrong there. I'm also not a big veggie guy myself. In fact, the only time I ever really get veggies is when I'm peer pressured into it by somebody else who's standing like next to me that I don't know. And I don't want to be like the weirdo who doesn't get veggies on his sub. So for the most part, if nobody's around, it's just like no veggies at all. And people the Subway workers will look at me and be like, "No vegetables?" I'll be like, "No, I'm good." And sometimes I'll be like,
"What about sauces?"
The sweet onion sauce is good. Ranch, Southwest, like the Chipotle stuff, that's good. Barbecue sauce I'll mix in on the turkey bacon ranch. I am all over the place with sauces. I like the
sweet onion is a wild thing to put on a sub without any veggies. Like it sort of seems like it is a
you know what? I will say this on the sweet onion is the only one that I will get lettuce on. I actually don't mind the shredded lettuce, but I'm just not a big veggie guy. But on the sweet onion chicken teriyaki, I will get the sprinkling of the lettuce and then some sweet onion sauce on that. Obviously.
Just as an aside, while we're talking about this, can I just give a big shout out and appreciation to shredded lettuce in general. Like, I don't want to take this away from Subway, but I mean, Subway is basically where they do it better than anywhere else. You know that is what you can expect on any Subway sub.
Good luck.
And I think back to a place like McDonald's. And McDonald's has the McChicken with the shredded lettuce. And then if you go and get a quarter pounder BLT, it comes with the leaf lettuce. And I've tried like on the app and other ways. Can I get the shredded lettuce? Oh, the cookies. Let's go.
Chocolate chip cookie. That's one. The over-under said about 6.5 in the next.
That'll be good. Hours. But more places, good burger places, will always do a good shredded lettuce. Great sub shops, good shredded lettuce. So explain to me why shredded lettuce isn't more, never mind an option, isn't more a standard. Like, who likes leaf lettuce on anything more than shredded lettuce? No one.
The only time I eat lettuce is in a Caesar salad. And give me leaf lettuce then. But if you're putting it on something, I don't know why you wouldn't have shredded lettuce.
Yeah. So anyways, shout out to shredded lettuce. And I'm sure maybe you'll feel a little dangerous today and put a little shred on your sub.
They also have the bowls here as well. If you decide not to go sub, they've got all the different bowls that you can get your hands on.
Yeah, you should go get one of those bowls, no veggies, the Dusty style. It's just some meat and cheese in a bowl.
Yeah, just cheese and chicken and sauces. And that's it. Has anybody ever ordered just a bowl of meat and cheese?
No veggies.
Yeah. He said nobody's ever done that, but they'll have just a bowl of lettuce and stuff, which is
that's called the Nielsen right there, folks. The Nielsen bowl. Somebody go into that Subway and ask for the Nielsen bowl today.
I'll just have 3 orders of chicken with some cheese and some chipotle and ranch on it. Yeah, that'd be. See, now that's something I'd be too embarrassed to order, for sure. All right, so we're off and running. We will be here until. Here comes Lieutenant Eric walking in boldly. It's a free 6-inch sub with any purchase here at the brand. It's been open for a few months now, but the Subway in Sinwapta. Pop on by today. 10170 186th Street. We are in one at Subway today. All right, Huss, how about the National Hockey League? Skinner last night gets it done. Got to talk some Jays here, obviously, today. Got to talk about the Dodgers and what they're doing with their pitching. It's been incredible. And then we'll take a look at some football stuff as well. But the Edmonton Oilers, 2-1 now to start 2-0-1 to start the season. And Stuart Skinner was great last night. What's the early vibes on the Jets? What's going on in Winnipeg right now?
You know what? Early vibes on the Jets are pretty good. I mean, we're dealing with a lot of injuries right now. No Sandberg, no Perfetti, no Captain Adam Lowry. Listen, the first game really got away from them early in the third period. They were down 5-1 to Dallas. They scored a couple shorties. They got another one. Very fun night. But then, the weekend was awesome. They had that home game against the LA Kings. Tough game. Mark Scheifele stepped up, 2 big goals. Jets won 3-2. And then went in and got a ton of depth scoring in the game against the Islanders on Monday. So they sit 2-1. We got Philly tomorrow. And then back at home for the Nashville Predators on Saturday night. So, I don't think anyone was expecting 15-1 out of the gate like last year with the injuries that they've had. But the last 2 games have been really positive. Both goalies played really well. Hellebuck was awesome in the game against LA. Eric Comrie, brilliant against the Islanders. And maybe the biggest story is just how good Jonathan Toews is looking. I think a lot of people were thinking, okay, let's give him.
That's really big.
25 games, 30 games. He looks better and more comfortable every game. He's still got incredible vision, a great stick. He's like 63% in the faceoff dot. I think was 15 of 20 against the Islanders. He ended up, in his third game back in the NHL, for all Jet forwards in the game on Monday, he was second in ice time, playing just about 20 minutes. So,
oh, wow.
I am buying all the Jonathan Toews stock that I can. If he can stay healthy, he's going to really help this team this year. So, listen, did McDavid score last night?
No, he has not scored yet, and Bouchard doesn't have a point yet.
Yeah, well, I picked Bouchard in my hockey pool. That's not making me very pleased. But it is interesting that, and we see these in Winnipeg, nonstop on the feed. Goals for the season: Logan Stanley 1, Connor McDavid 0. Give Stan the 12-5. Fun stuff like that. But listen, 2-1. They've got a their schedule at the beginning of the year is a little. I mean, it's probably a good time to be missing a bunch of these players. They've got the Flyers coming up next. Then it is Nashville, and then you got Calgary, Seattle, Calgary, Utah, all teams that weren't in the playoffs last year. So they're hoping you can sort of handle these teams that weren't in the playoffs, and then as things get a little more, you move up a couple weight classes into the month of November, that you'll be able to start getting some guys back. But overall, despite the opening night loss to Dallas, pretty nice start to the season. So now Nielsen show today. Anybody calling in with some love for Stewie Skins, or was it just Stuart Skinner gets a shutout, so the lines are quiet?
The Stuart Skinner vibes are very interesting in this market, Huss. Somebody texted in this morning and say, was he really outstanding last night, or was he simply just doing his job and stopping the puck? And I was like, he was the best player they had on the ice last night. They definitely should have lost that hockey game, but Stuart Skinner. So, I mean, and then Button came on today, and Button was just straight fire today. He came in and he goes, this is the problem with Stuart Skinner. He's too inconsistent. He's always been inconsistent. You have a game like game 1 last week when he leaves a puck right in front of his 5-hole and they score and they end up losing that hockey game. And then you've got obviously last night in which he had a ton of point blank chances that he was outstanding on. Like that was the best Stuart Skinner last night.
Was Craig a guest on the show, or was he just like, we got a call on line 3? You know what? This guy's too inconsistent. I love Craig. I love Craig.
You know what, Craig is a beauty, because you know how when you're doing these shows, and I think you guys use a different program than us, but when you have the green screen, like when you can see who's waiting to come on.
Yeah.
Craig's always fun to watch because he'll be listening to the show and he'll just be laughing. And then he'll stick around after and he'll watch for like 5 minutes after and he'll just laugh. And then he'll text us things that we're talking about. Like he's an absolute beauty, man. I love him.
He's the best. I mean, that was that was a joke, but I will say, of everyone that is kind enough to jump on the program on a regular or semi-regular basis, and especially of kind of the national guys, there's Craig Button, and then there's everybody else in the category of just like supportive, super nice. I mean, I absolutely love Button, and while he'll have some takes that some people might not like, his passion is incredible, and he has been listen, when something like that happens, with TSN and we're not there anymore, there's a lot of people that say a lot of stuff that then, whatever, you never hear from them again. It's completely the opposite with Button. I don't think anyone's been more supportive of Winnipeg Sports Talk, Edmonton Sports Talk, and what we're doing. So big shout out to Craig. Looking forward to having him on our programs coming up soon as well.
Huss, what else around the National Hockey League the first week has jumped off the page for you? Anything super surprising or anything really disappointing, you think, around the league?
Honest, I was looking at the standings, and just based on what we knew last year and, kind of going in, like it almost nothing has changed. The Sabres can't win a game.
Yeah.
The Islanders suck. You look at the bottom of the Central Division, and there's the Chicago Blackhawks and the Utah Mammoth, San Jose, Calgary at the bottom of the other division. It's Columbus and Philly and the Islanders. And how about the Rangers? 0-3 at home with 0 goals scored. What a way to get your fans.
0 goals.
I mean, I guess that surprise, maybe the start of the Bruins at 3-1. I think that probably would be one of the ones that we would talk about. The Leafs have been so. I mean, they won last night. They lost both games to Detroit on the weekend. But otherwise, I mean, there hasn't been some terrible team last year that's just got off to a great start, unless you want to say the Bruins. And it's funny, the Habs. I was sort of out on the Habs at the start of the year.
You did say that, yeah.
Yeah. They're 3-1, and yes, we'll see. I mean, the one thing we didn't talk about, though, we don't talk a lot about the Habs on our programs, but man, they got Lane Hudson signed to 8 years at under $9
million too, buddy.
I mean, if you believe in the players in Montreal that they will be able to play at a high level come playoff time, like I do kind of think they got a lot of really small players and a lot of guys, so we'll see. But holy smokes, has their management done a good job. Like it just, at least for assets, even if they end up trading those guys, they feel they need to shake it up. Like I think you can make an argument that for a team that had to quote unquote rebuild, they've done as good a job as like any management group has in a long time. And it wasn't like, I mean, when they picked number 1 overall, it was Slavkovsky. I mean, it's not like they got a McDavid. Yeah. Oh, and here's
you got a real one in Demidov, though, buddy. That guy's gonna be outstanding.
Well, while we're on this topic of Demidov, we did some futures on this program. I did over on WST Winners like an NHL futures special, and we were going through the awards. And my favorite bet that I threw out, and I'm interested if any lock shoppers rode with me, was Matthew Schaefer for the Calder Trophy. Demidov going into the season, again, this is like there's a Habs bias. I mean, I guess there's
huge. There is a huge gap there. Right?
There's a Habs guy that's in the mix. His numbers are low. So I mean, I wasn't buying Demidov at plus 175, but I could handle him being the favorite. Matthew Schaefer was 17-1 for the Calder. 3 games into the season, he's gone from 17-1 to 4-1. And I don't know if you paid attention to the Islanders games. I mean, they suck, but back-to-back games, he's played over 26 minutes, 8 minutes more than any other defenseman.
26 minutes?
26
Are you serious?
minutes.
I saw he had 3 points. I was like, oh, that's good. I didn't know he's played 26 minutes. Jeez.
Oh, yeah. Here, like this was the Monday
that's
game.
A lot.
This was the Monday game between the Jets and Islanders. Here's the ice time for the New York defenseman. You had 4 defensemen playing 16 minutes. Tony DeAngelo played 17:46. Matthew Schaefer 26:35. He played 9 minutes more than anybody else on the Islander blue line. He played 6:50 on the power play. DeAngelo got 3 minutes. Otherwise, it was Schaefer and 4 forwards.
Wow.
And he is phenomenal. I mean, and I don't know why he was so off the radar. Maybe it was because he was going to the Islanders because he was a defenseman, but
yeah, I mean, I think it's a defenseman. He's going to the Islanders. You're not expecting him to play that much. Plus, I think, what might have hurt the buzz at least is that he was hurt last year, right? Like he missed so much of last year that people probably forgot just how damn good he was. He played in the Holinka 2 summers ago, and I did that. And like Gavin McKenna was on that team, and everybody's talking about Gavin McKenna, but Schaefer was by far the best player on that team. Like he looked like he should have straight to the World Juniors. Don't worry about the Holinka. Like he's a real deal. I mean, it's been a great start for him. I can't believe they're putting that much ice time on him so early. Like good for him. I mean, he's a stud. He's a franchise defenseman, man. He really is.
And you look at that group, like Ryan Pulock makes some good money. They signed Romanov to an 8-year deal. And Patrick Roy, I mean, Roy's a no BS guy. He's like, this kid's playing way better than everybody else. I mean, it's probably a message to the rest of his defense too. But I don't think that's changing anytime soon. He is just a brilliant, dynamic player. It's the one reason to turn on an Islanders game right now. Other than that, they're going to, and I think it could be a long season. And oh my God, dude, Patrick Roy looks like he's aged about 20 years since he took the Islanders job. Like he was not having fun on Monday afternoon, with the exception of watching their number 1 overall pick. So nice looking Calder future right now. The Demidov number's gone up a little bit, I think, because of what's happened with Schaefer. But I would be if you haven't got on it, we probably missed that great preseason number. But I'll be honest, I think even at 4-1 right now, based on the other guys and just how much he's playing and the opportunities he's going to get, I still feel really good about the Schaefer number.
Huss, quickly, because we'll get to some other stuff. We got to get to this Jays game tonight, but NHL tonight, we got, I think, a 4-game slate. Yeah, we got a 4-game slate tonight. So we've got Florida going into Detroit. Talbot will start for the Wings. Bobrovsky's going to go for the Florida Panthers. Merilainen will go for the Ottawa Senators. Lyon is unconfirmed at this point for the Sabres. Vamelka for the Mammoth. Devin Cooley for the Flames. Joel Hofer is going to start for the St. Louis Blues. And Soderblom listed as likely for the Chicago Blackhawks. As for these numbers tonight, let's see here. Buffalo minus 103, Ottawa minus 115 on the money line. Red Wings are plus 126 home dogs against the Panthers. Mammoth are minus 233 at home against Calgary. And St. Louis is minus 256 if you can find some value there against the Chicago Blackhawks. Who do you like tonight? Is there anything? I mean, St. Louis money line is just too juicy, but I probably try to find a way to put something from that game in the mix. What about the Wings as a dog at home? Where do you come out on Detroit right now? You mentioned they beat the Maple Leafs a couple of times.
Yeah, I look at this board. To me, the most interesting game is the first game, Ottawa at Buffalo. That's the other thing. Have you been paying attention to anything coming out of the first 3 games of the season? I mean, there's already jerseys on the ice. There's already videos.
There's jerseys on the ice. It's a mess.
Fans losing their minds. Poor Tage Thompson is getting interviewed after the game. I mean, it kind of feels like they're just right into it already. So this game tonight, to me, is, a must win. I mean, it's game 4 of the regular season. They have to do something.
Keep
positive.
your shirt on, man. Keep your shirt on. Jeez. Sorry, GCL Diesel guys just rolled in here.
But listen, last year, Buffalo, I think won at least 3 or 4 of their games. Yeah, the Sens are 3-6-1 in their last 10 against Ottawa. Brady Tkachuk's out now for a month.
He's out. Yeah.
This is a game that the Sens or the Sabres, I think, are going to play like it is a playoff game. Now, the Senators are going to want to win, obviously, as well. But I think I might actually back the Sabres tonight and see if they can get it done. The other games, I like the favorites. I like Florida. Bob's playing tonight for the Panthers. They've had a really nice start despite the guys that they're missing right now. And, they had that loss to Philly in their last game. But before that, had rattled off 3 straight wins, albeit against the Flyers, the Senators, and the Red Wings. I think I like Florida in this game. Like, the Wings seem like a team. They got up for the Toronto games. They won the second. They didn't deserve to win the second of the 2. They won them both. I think I ride with Florida on that one. And then for the other 2 games, I certainly like the home teams, the Blues and the Mammoth. I could give you an argument for a puck line play on both of those games. Calgary played last night. They're going with their backup. Utah is 1-2. They're going to be very, very desperate to get back to 500 at home. They got Vamelka in the net. So this is a really tough spot for Calgary. And, the Blackhawks are still, to me, just a class below the St. Louis Blues. And the Blues got embarrassed in their first game at home, losing 5-0 to Minnesota before getting those 2 wins on the road on the weekend. So if we want to get a better number, I can roll with the puck line in either of those 2.
Like I'm looking at St. Louis. If we just throw the money line in with the Sabres and the Panthers, it's plus 357. Probably get it boosted close to 4-1. That's not the end of the world. 4-1's kind of a wheelhouse play, right? Like, I don't hate that.
Put it this way: if we wanted to do that, do we want to make it a 4-gamer and put
you want to throw Utah in there as well, don't you?
Yeah, I think I've got a pretty good feel for what is this number. Because then we get it over. They get it around 6-1 before a boost.
Yeah, it'd be much more there. Let me tell you what it would be right now. Hang on. Let's see here. Mammoth. Yeah. It's like just under 6-1 before boost. So we'll do that. I'll send that over to the guys. We'll go Sabres money line, Blues money line, Panthers money line, Mammoth money line. We'll lock in all 4 games tonight. on the sked, and that'll do it for the hockey. Huss, let's slide on over, man. The Blue Jays, do they find a way? Do they find a way to stay alive tonight? Bieber on the bump. Vladdy's 0 for 7 in the series so far. I mean, he's got to bust out of this at some point, I would think. And they got to have tonight. I mean, you're not winning, coming back down 3-0. Like, they got to have this game tonight. Do you like their chances? Or Seattle going home, get it done tonight, and then basically be a game away?
Their chances. Like, it looked pretty bleak at the end of game 2. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. I mean, throwing those guys out with the performances that they had, there was a few missed opportunities, but the Mariners really got to the bullpen. We can talk about whether these guys are a little too itchy with the trigger finger to pull the starters. But as a guy that's hoping to see the Jays win and everyone, kind of continue the ride that this team's given us this year, I certainly see a scenario where Shane Bieber goes out, pitches his ass off. They get the bats going early on and win a game. Like, go out and win a game and then see what happens in game 4, where Max Scherzer could be making his final start of his career. And that psycho is going to be ready to go after missing the DS. So yeah, I'm going to put my support behind the Jays. I'm going to put it behind Shane Bieber. And, while we're at it, I think, Vlad has to get it done, and maybe getting away will be nice. His total bases was 1.5 plus number on that one, over 1.5 plus 112. So, I mean, if we wanted to look at a guys that need to step up parlay with Vlad, with Bieber, and with the Jays, I could certainly be talked into that.
Yeah, I went pretty simple earlier on. I went Jays money line, Vladdy hit. Got it to almost 2-1 actually. I think it's actually over 2-1 at Play Alberta earlier today. But yeah, I mean, the guys who have to get it done parlay. What'd you say, Vladdy over 1.5 total bases?
Yeah, Vladdy 1.5 total bases. Biebs, I'm thinking over 4.5 strikeouts.
4.5 strikeouts.
And Jay's money line.
Okay, beauty. I will send that one over as well. Hey, how about the Dodgers, buddy? We got to talk about the Dodgers. They're minus 156 favorites to win the entire thing. I don't see a way they don't win the entire thing. But Yamamoto goes for the complete game last night. First time since 2017 that a pitcher tossed a complete game in the postseason, which is nuts to me. I can't believe that's what happened to baseball. Like, guys just aren't allowed to try to do that anymore. No. And they had Snell go for 8 innings the game before, and that's like the first time in a decade that 2 pitchers on the same team have gone back-to-back for 8 innings. And then we're not even talking about Ohtani and the bats that they have right now. I mean, the Dodgers are just a finely tuned machine, man. That was insane last night.
Well, the funny thing is they're getting it done with basically out anything from Ohtani. Like, he had that's
the scary thing.
He had that homer to start the playoffs. I think he's only has 2 hits in the playoffs. He's batting like under the Mendoza line.
He only has 2 hits in the playoffs?
I think so.
Oh, man.
He had the golden sombrero in one game, struck out 4 times. So, I mean, they're just so stacked. Like somebody said, I kind of got a chuckle out of this. The Mariners and the Jays should just combine lineups to try to give themselves the best chance to beat the Dodgers. The Dodgers.
I think I'd probably still take the Dodgers, to be honest with you.
The Dodgers just look unstoppable. I guess the big question right now is, do either of these series go back to where they started? I mean, the Brewers are on life support right now. I think there's a better chance the Jays do it than the Brewers do it right now. But there is a possibility that we could be having 2 short series and then a considerable wait before the World Series gets going.
Did you see the other stat that popped up of first time since 1970 that both road teams went 2-0 to start their championship series?
I did not.
Hasn't happened in 55 years, which is crazy. I don't know how that hasn't happened in 55 years.
Well, the road team has only done it. They have only won the first 2 games on the road 25 times. And the teams that lost those games are I guess 28. They're 3-25 if you lose your first. So, I mean, it's very ominous. But again, I mean, for the Blue Jays, it simply starts. It doesn't even start with winning the game. It starts with getting a few hits and getting some offense in the first couple innings. Because if we get into, like, even if Bieber pitches a great 6-inning start, I mean, if it's 0-0 at the end, it'll be like we're just waiting for this. It's kind of like the Blue Jays reverted back to the playoff Jays of their last couple appearances where they could not hit. They could not get runs. So I'm hoping that the change of scenery, probably a bunch of Blue Jays fans there in the crowd, can fire him up. And as I say, this is a big, big start for Shane Bieber. He's got a lot on the line personally as well, considering his future. And listen, all the pressure on Vlad to get it done. But think about what he did on the road in Yankee Stadium. This isn't a place where I think you're going to be getting home run props. I mean, this ballpark is big. It certainly limits offense, but they just need to start hitting. They need to start hitting, get it going. And if they can get to Kirby early, it's the best possible thing for the Blue Jays to get a little bit of momentum going forward. Because I'll tell you what, if they can win this game, and then you get into game 4, they realize they dug themselves a hole. But I mean, it's not insurmountable by any stretch of the imagination. But it's got to start tonight, and it's got to start early. The Jays can get some runs across the board in the first couple innings, and Bieber can hold it down. I think they've got a good chance of winning.
Do you think Schneider is willing to go a little bit deeper with Bieber tonight than what we've seen so far in this series, just because of what's on the line? Like,
I would hope so. Well, and especially what's happened to the bullpen when they've gone in against the Mariners.
Yeah,
like I know they've got their charts and it's the whole third time through the lineup and everything like that. But man, you gave up a lot to get this guy. He was supposed to be your ace. Let him go out and be an ace in the biggest moment in the season with your playoff future on the line.
Huss, I got a CFL fantasy question for you, buddy. I'm in the second week of our final here.
Okay.
I'm down 8 points. Had Trevor Harris and Sam Emilus, but they're not. Oh, a cookie. Just one. All right, I'll take one. Thanks. That's 2 cookies. This would be a good cookie day at Subway. Okay, so I picked up Jake Maier. Do I start Jake Maier against the Bombers, or do I start Cody Fajardo against the BC Lions?
Fajardo.
Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. Fajardo's a proven winner, right? Maybe not in fantasy, but they got to keep their season alive. BC Lions defense has been questionable. I think I got to go Fajardo.
You know what? It's a good chance for me to plug the new edition of CFL 110, which will be live on Winnipeg Sports Talk right after WST Daily today. Jeff Hamilton and I went through all of this. Do you realize that even with a win, the Bombers don't technically clinch a playoff spot on Friday night?
Because of that ridiculous tiebreaker?
Well, there is still a possibility of a 4-way tie at 9-9, which would be amazing.
Yeah, I heard. How are you? Thanks for coming by, man. Appreciate it. We were going over it after the game on Friday. I was listening to the guys on post game or Saturday, whenever that Elks Bombers game was, and basically, I mean, I guess there's a 4-way tie, but in a 3-way tie scenario, Calgary, Edmonton, and Winnipeg would be out because of the head-to-head record between the 3 teams. That's like Edmonton's really only hope, because Winnipeg got swept by Calgary, right?
Or a 4-way tie as well.
So in a 4-way tie too. Well, 4-way tie seems. Well, 4-way tie is legitimately impossible. Oh no, I guess it's not, because if the Lions lose to the
here's
Elks,
the scenario: the Bombers go 1-1 in their final 2 games. Because they're playing Saskatchewan and Montreal, they're not involved in this. So if the Bombers go 1-1, if Edmonton beats BC
and Calgary,
Toronto has to beat Calgary. I'm just talking about this week first.
Okay,
Calgary loses at home to Toronto. So if that's the case, then Calgary's 9-8, BC's 9-8, Edmonton's 8-9. And then the following weekend, Edmonton beats Calgary and Saskatchewan beats BC. And I think Saskatchewan will probably play their guys in that final week, because they're going to have another week off in between. If they're resting some guys this week, I think they probably give some guys some reps. Again, it's a long shot right now. The other thing that the Edmonton can do is just win both their games and have the Bombers lose. but unfortunately, they don't have that. Were you surprised they didn't go for it a little more aggressively at the end of that game to try to get, like, if they had scored a touchdown and a 2-point convert on the final drive, they won by 13, which would have taken the tiebreaker away from Winnipeg. I don't know what the next one goes to.
Well, what was really brutal is that if Blanchard just doesn't miss 2 field goals, that's 5 points left on the board, and at the end you can kick a field goal and win by 13, and then again you'd be tied, right? So I was a little bit surprised that they didn't go right after it a little bit harder. And to be honest with you, I'm not sure why they didn't, knowing what's on the line there. So that being said, man, they in the last few weeks they've beaten the Riders, they beat Calgary, they've beaten Winnipeg, so maybe they can beat the BC Lions. BC's been plugging along pretty good lately. Maybe BC's a little ready for a bit of a downslide. With that being said, I'll be torn because I'm calling that game Friday night. I would love to win the Cavis Reef Fantasy Football League of Adult Things. And I've got Justin McInnes going. I've got Butler going. I've got probably Javon Catoy going. And I'll have Cody Fajardo going.
Hey,
so
just cheer for the over, buddy. Cheer for the over.
I know. Just give me a 40-35 game, man. That's what I want to see.
I think that Elks, even if they go down, they are going to go down swinging like they've done all season long. We can second guess the decisions early on in the year to go with Trey Ford, but it was very clear that Fajardo was their best chance to win. And listen, it's too bad that they're in the situation that they are right now, because I think they probably deserve a bit of a better fate. But there's another reason why I think, this league should be one division. And I think that you probably have the potential that one of those other teams could, never mind a crossover. You got to have 5 teams. Like, I think the team, the East the West, I mean, obviously Hamilton's in there, but if you really break down about who Hamilton's beaten this year, and they could win the East without a very impressive body of work overall. I still think Montreal is the better team, so it'll be good. Well, geez, congratulations. We've got to the end of the program without you addressing Sunday Night Football and the Lions and the Chiefs. We'll have to do that tomorrow, I guess.
Oh, you mean that extremely clean game in which the Kansas City Chiefs didn't have a single penalty on the radar?
This is the best. The Chiefs are back when everyone is just bitching about the refs, because
how do you don't take a single penalty? You can call a penalty on every single play in football. They don't take one infraction. Come on. You
know what? That's called discipline. That's a well-coached. I mean, no one's pointing out how was this not called. It's just like, oh, geez, they went out and played a clean game.
I'll send you 3 screen caps of things that should have been called penalties.
Considering they had 13 called against them the week before against the Jags.
That's why they had none called against them this time.
You should think about how the juggernaut Lions got held to 17 points. And Mahomes looked back, by the way.
They had a penalty taken away on our touchdown taken away on a penalty that wasn't apparently reviewable. For any of you
non-Chiefs haters out there, I hope you took my advice and jumped on that 10-1 for the Chiefs earlier. The plus 650 for Mahomes for MVP. That's down to 2-1 now. The numbers are cratering because, and even the people that were writing the Chiefs off 3 weeks ago are now putting them number 1 on the power poll. So as I say, bring on the Raiders this week.
Huss, we got to get going, man. We don't have enough time. We got to wrap up. What's coming up on WST, buddy?
We're actually going to talk a lot of hockey today. Frankie Corrado is going to join us. I'm looking forward to that. Ken Weeb's in Philly. We'll get the latest on the squad who get before tomorrow's game. Dan Fink from the Moose is going to join us, and Thomas Tipple from Fantasy Points with a little bit of NFL talk as well. So it should be good. I'll look forward to tomorrow. It's Wednesday. We got a football game tomorrow to talk about, Pittsburgh and Cincinnati.
Yes, we do.
So we'll get into some more NFL tomorrow. But good luck. Let's cash these bets. Let's make it 2 great nights in a row in the Lock Shop.
All right, that's going to do it for the Lock Shop. We've got the oil stream coming up also from Subway. We are at Subway in Sinwapta, 10170. That's 10170, 186th Street. Full stream of listeners already popping in here today. And I'm sure that will continue as we actually hit the lunch hour. So make sure you join us. Oil stream is coming up shortly with myself and Tom Gazzola. Lots to talk about coming out of that game last night. And hey, if you're on the West End or if you're close, you want to whip on the Henday, come on over here. Hit up this brand new Subway location, 10170, 186th Street. Get a free 6-inch sub with any purchase and get your name into the draw for $100 Subway gift card as well. Oil Stream coming up next. Thank you very much for watching The Lock Shop today, and best of luck tonight. We'll talk to you tomorrow.